Simplicity Unfiltered. If you watched our last episode, we talked about how to make money from your ads. And here's the thing, it is simple, but it's also not that simple. And so we told you at the end of that video, we were going to walk you through how to go from 0 to leads in 10 days. So today we are talking through, is your lead magnet actually ready for traffic? Or are you wasting your ad spend? And if you haven't started ad spend, are you wasting another valuable resource, which is your audience's attention?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're here and you're like, oh, I'm not thinking about ads, I just want to like help with organic, this is going to help you too. And we mainly focus on coaches and course creators, but this is really for anyone's organic content. So most coaches and course creators who come to us waste a lot of money running ads. So they usually come, they've tested it out a little bit. And the reason that they do that is because their lead magnets are only speaking to very warm organic leads. And so they're not designed to convert. The page isn't designed to convert. The actual lead magnet itself isn't designed to convert, right? And so in this video, we're going to walk through the steps here on how to know, one, if your lead magnet is actually ready for ads. So you can test this organically. Like, is this ready for ads? And we're actually going to walk you through that. And what you need to fix. So the major things that you need to fix, and you're going to walk away. We're going to give you basically something so you can go through and say, hey, check to see if my lead magnet is ready just by checking these few items. So you're going to get a checklist that we've used for our clients that have saved them thousands of dollars even before running ads and have gotten them sales before ads.
Okay, so what does a conversion ready lead magnet look like? Before we talk about the actual lead magnet or the product you're delivering, I want to draw attention to the key elements of an opt-in page for your lead magnet that will actually convert. So, everybody wants to tell everything about what it is that they're offering. They are super passionate about what it is that they have. They want to showcase the transformation. They want to throw testimonials. They want to do this, that, this. Here's the thing with your opt in, these, especially when you're talking to a cold audience, you want to be direct and to the point. You want to be quick because everybody has, very short attention spans. And you want to make sure they know what's in it for them. So when you're structuring that opt-in page, we want to have a catchy heading at the top that speaks directly to their pain point or the transformation that your opt-in will provide. You want to have 3 solid bullet points that talk through specifically what this lead magnet will do for them. And then you want to have an easy to find button to click to opt in. And I know you're thinking to yourself, duh, Greta, but let me tell you, we've looked at a lot of opt-in pages, and what seems really basic, doing something simple, is something that a lot of people struggle with, even ourselves included. Now, once you've gotten them to opt in, the same thing applies to your lead magnet. We have seen people create 100-page documents that were full of tons of information. Honestly, it was probably something that truly could have changed that person's life. The problem is it was too much information too quickly. It was not easily actionable. And so it's not about a super long, detailed, built out, beautifully designed lead magnet. It's about having easy to implement, easy to convert. It's almost better if it's just a Word document that really gets them to take action. So just remember, it's not about design, it's about belief shifting. And that's all built into something that's compact and clearly articulates why you belong in their world right now.
I love that, Greta. Yeah, it basically is like, why you, why now, and what's in it for them. Like, why, like, if they leave this page, like, what are they gonna lose? Like, who are they not, like what are they gonna lose? And so or when they click and opt in, who are they gonna be able to transform, like you said, and shift into? And it can be a simple belief. So the second thing after that is, when you're thinking about selecting your lead magnet, what Greta basically said, um, is selecting your lead magnet that you're gonna run eventually paid ads to. So like many of you on here probably have several lead magnets and you're like, which one do I choose? Which one is it? And a little tip for those coaches and course creators is a lot of times it's pulled from that very first lesson or module that's in your course. If you look in there, you can probably honestly use GPT or one of our GPTs and say, "Hey, create me a lead magnet," right? Like what lead magnets can I create here? So if you don't have that, that's a good way to do that. And make sure it's tied. Why we say pull from your course is because we want it to be tied. We want your lead magnet to be tied directly to your paid offer. It's kind of like the first 1 to 3 steps that that person needs to take before basically winning in your program. You are basically setting them up for success and giving little bits and pieces of away because you want them to be ready. Let's face it, all of us have taken a course or something and you've been there and you've been in the room, right? You've been in school and you're like, this person was not ready to take this course. Like they're asking the craziest questions. You're going to avoid all of that when you create these types of lead magnets and you link it to your course or offer. So you want to make sure that you actually do that. So go back, audit. We've done this. Why do we know? Because we've looked at and created hundreds of lead magnets and marketed these lead magnets. So make sure that you are going through and auditing your lead magnets to see. Make sure it connects to what you want your audience to do. Even though we've seen this before, even though it's something you're really, really, really good at. So, for example, I could create an amazing lead magnet on hiring your team. Like nobody else could like interview or come up with the best interview process other than me. Hands down, confident, 1,000 out of 10. Confidence on that, but it has nothing to do with marketing for coaches and course creators. So I'm not going to create that lead magnet. It's not going to get them ready. So that is a prime example of something that you don't want to do. A payout, so every opt-in again should be the one step. Many of you on here are super generous and we love that. We love you, but you're giving too much of it away. And so you're like giving away everything, but you just need to be one step ahead of them, not 10. And then point them on where to go next, which could be another lead magnet, which we're going to talk about next week.
Okay, I love that you said it's super important that it's tied to the paid offer. Obviously, we're always on the same page because we do this together and we have so many conversations all the time. And the thing is in your mind, the opt-in that you have created is directly tied to the paid offer. However, the third point is, does your opt-in have a solid follow-up process in place? And by follow-up process, I mean emails, text messages, DMs. And is that follow-up process helping to show the person how this lead magnet actually connects to your paid offer? Because you can make that jump from this lead magnet to the paid offer, but don't expect for the person who's consuming your lead magnet to be able to do the same thing. They don't understand your paid offer in full, and they don't understand necessarily the steps it will take to get from here all the way to the ultimate transformation, right? So if you think about the fact that people need multiple touch points on multiple platforms and multiple hours of consuming your content, and notice that I'm saying multiple, there are actual studies on the number of hours. However, those studies haven't been updated recently with how fast-paced and how much we're consuming social media. So let's just say we have to touch our people a ton in an email sense, text message sense, and we need to build momentum to showcase, first of all, how do they use that lead magnet? To you, it's super straightforward. Even this checklist we're going to give you guys, I'm sure we're not going to cover every single step because to us, I'm making landing pages for lead magnets almost daily, right? And so there may be parts where I jump to the next step without realizing I haven't told you how to get from A to B. So you want to clearly showcase how to use the lead magnets in your follow-up emails. You want to tell people what are some common missteps that they may experience when they're using that lead magnet. And then you ultimately want to make the connection between either the next step, which could be another lead magnet, or ultimately joining your bigger offer, and how this is just one piece of the pie. Are we gatekeeping? No. We can't possibly give people the transformation that they're looking for in one single opt in. So we just want to show them how this one piece, I've given you everything you need, but it's only one piece of the pie. And so ultimately, we want to keep things simple. We want to make sure that we're following up and that we're, offering ourselves as a support and a service to the people. We want to provide them quick action steps that they can take to ultimately see a transformation. And we want to make sure we stay in their world, that we continue to provide them value.
100%. And I love that you said provide value. So you like, and this is kind of an example, right? Like this video in a way, if you guys think about it, is some sort of lead magnet. Like we're giving you some information, but like we could not teach you everything that goes into a lead magnet on this video. That would be crazy. And if anyone tells you that, they're lying. So definitely download that checklist below and subscribe to our channel so you're going to be notified of when we go live next week. And when I say we, it might be me. I don't know. We don't know yet. Or it might have a special guest. Who knows? We never know. So if you're wondering what to do after someone opts in, like Greta said, obviously the emails, that's one part of it. But next week, we're going to focus on something where you're able to turn cold leads into warm buyers just by optimizing your lead magnet delivery page. And if you've never heard of a lead magnet delivery page, you're definitely going to want to tune in. So we'll see you next week.
Bye.